Hey guys, Claire here, and today I am so excited to share with you one of my newest acquisitions in the vintage cookbook realm. It actually was a gift from my husband Craig. He kind of dug this up when we went to Arizona for our anniversary, and it's the Fireside Cookbook. And I can't believe I don't own this cookbook already. It is so freaking charming. It's written by James Beard, who I'm actually sure you guys have heard of because the James Beard Foundation is very famous, and every year there's James Beard Award-winning chefs. He actually was America's first television celebrity chef, even before Julia Child. He worked with Julia Child a lot, and he's just wonderful. He worked with one of my favorite cookbook authors, Helen Evans Brown, and they wrote a lot of books together. But this book is amazing. I mean, the illustrations are insane, and it's so rare in cookbooks, especially vintage cookbooks, that you see full color illustrations like this one. Amazing. It's from 1949, so the design is fantastic. So I love the design in this book. It's mid-century at its best, and it's just really, really fun. Actually, if you like the movie Sleeping Beauty from Disney, the illustration style really reminds me of that. So I'm just going to read you a little paragraph from the introduction, and I'll share with you some of the recipes I've been looking at. But oh my gosh, like the illustrations are so fabulous. So the methods of cooking are very few. The basic principles are the same in every country and have been since the earliest times. Even before the discovery of fire itself, prehistoric man was eating salads made from tender shoots of young plants. When, after he had learned to keep fire lighted at the mouth of his cave, he wrapped a wild yam in leaves and thrust it into the ashes, he was baking. When he spitted the haunch of a fresh-killed saber-toothed tiger over the flame, he was engaged in a process that is repeated by 1,000 modern housewives each week as they prepare the Sunday roast. And then he goes on and on to kind of talk about basically how things got very complicated. This is a good example of all the different countries that have, you know, from ancient Greece to ancient China to the modern man barbecuing. There's quite a bit of fabulous just illustrations here. It's actually so funny how certain pieces of advice are the same no matter what. Like, tell me this doesn't sound like Ina Garten. There's absolutely no substitute for the best. Good food cannot be made of inferior ingredients masked with high flavor. It is true thrift to use the best ingredients available and to waste nothing. If you use the best butter, eggs, cream, meat, and other ingredients, and use them carefully and wisely, you will have less waste than if you search for bargains and end up with a full garbage pail. I love this one too. The calorie question talks about reducing and gaining weight. And so it gives some interesting calorie counts for different foods, which is pretty funny. But anyway, it's meant to be a holistic cookbook. It covers everything from appetizers, soups, salads, different kinds of meat, and all throughout there's just beautiful full color illustrations that are just absolutely stunning. And because it is James Beard, you're going to get very good recipes. He tends to be very thorough, very thoughtful about his recipes. Some of them are going to feel kind of their time, right? You'll notice like an abundance of paprika and hard-boiled egg and mayonnaise. All of those were very popular in the 40s. But honestly, like I just love this book so much. It has such a great energy, and it's meant to be for beginners and experts. So basically lovers of food. How fun is this one for the section on spaghetti? With her skirt looking like the Italian flag. I just adore this. Anyway, this is a fabulous book. I have already started highlighting so many things I want to make. There's one in here. Oh my God, it blew my mind. It is imagine like a grilled cheese. So you make a cheese sandwich and then you dunk it in French toast mixture. So it's a grilled cheese French toast. I'm very excited about trying that. I can't tell if it's gonna be amazing or not, but I'm optimistic. Kind of maybe it's like a Monte Cristo a little bit. Anyway, it sounds really good. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit more about the Fireside Cookbook by James Beard. It's so fun, and this is not an expensive book. I think like Craig got it for like $15, and I looked online and you can find first editions for around the same price. So it's definitely worth trying to find because illustrations are insane. For searching for your own vintage cookbooks, make sure to check out Bonnie Slotnick's in New York, also abebooks.com, and then eBay and Etsy as well. But yeah, this one we just found at an antique plaza, so you can find them kind of anywhere. They pop up in the most unusual places. All right, well, so great to see you guys as always, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.